Talofofo, welcome back to Weekend Edition. This is Rehash, where we recap the big stories of the week. Starting with you, Issa.
All right, so we've all seen this video. It went viral on social media. I think it had over 75,000 views. It basically depicts one man punching another man who appears to be a tourist in the face along Tumon. So there was a lot of outrage from this video. I know GVB General Manager Nate Knight said he was shocked. It doesn't reflect the values of the local people. He also added that there are visitor safety officers that do patrol Tumon to ensure the safety of visitors and locals alike. And GPD launched an investigation. We actually learned through the help of our KUAM viewers that the person in the video was Rickson Ian. I spoke with his employer, Jonik Faji, on Thursday, and he told us, you know, a little bit behind the scenes of what happened before you see what happens in the video. So according to him, it was around 8 or 9 in the morning when there were 5 drunk tourists on the beach who began fully undressing, and people along the beach, including Ian, asked them to put their clothes on because there were children in the area. Later on, the confrontation ensued, is what you see in the video. So GPD responded very swiftly. I know Ian was arrested by News Time on Thursday on charges of assault and disorderly conduct, and he was booked and released.
Again, that was a short video, so it doesn't really tell the whole story. So thanks so much for talking to his employer and getting the full story. As for me, it's a really sad week to start off. Fatal car accident in Manilao. It took the life of 26-year-old David Ray Munyasing. Many of you might know him. He used to be a former Talofofo resident who relocated to Houston, Texas, where he met his wife, or where he married his wife, Catherine. And I spoke with her. She was very, very shocked by the accident. He died of injuries sustained in the crash, and it was ruled that it was accidental, and he did not have any alcohol in his system. He ran into a concrete pole, and then his car caught fire, so he also sustained burns throughout his body. If you at home knew Singh, the family have started a GoFundMe page. They're hoping to raise $30,000 to help with funeral expenses, and also so that they can go back to Houston, Texas. Also, what I covered this week was a big corruption conspiracy at Customs. 10 people were named in this case that was recently unsealed in federal court. It was a 4-year-long investigation, and so 5 of those people involved were Customs officers. So Customs right now is trying to defend themselves. Moving on, Ken?
Well, you know, we all know the story, the legend of Two Lovers Point. Well, this was a tale of another 2 lovers who were helped bring back the statue at Two Lovers Point that has served as a symbol of eternal love. It sounds very lovey-dovey because it actually is. I interviewed Nancy and David Barnhouse, who had one of their first dates in 2013 at Two Lovers Point. There, Nancy learned of the legend of Two Lovers Point, and she noticed the statue wasn't there, and apparently it had fallen and was damaged through Typhoon Pongsonghua in 2002. So he told her, if you ever find the statue, I'll buy it for you, as a gesture of him courting her in a sense. And so they spent the past 2 years looking for the statue, and she met a scrap dealer one day. And she mentioned it to him, and he said, "Oh, actually, I have the statue, but I didn't melt it because I didn't have the heart to melt it because it was too beautiful, this piece of art." So he kept his promise, and he bought the statue for her. And they spent the past earlier this year, and they spent the past like 10 months restoring it and bringing it and giving it back to Two Lovers Point. You know, as a gift to the people of Guam, because I guess the people of Guam have been so nice to them. And what makes this story even more special is that they had a rededication ceremony on October 15th, which was Thursday, and it happened to be their 2-year wedding anniversary date. So it was a really nice story. They tell it better. Go to KUAM.com. It was really nice.
That's my favorite story of the year.
This statue is huge. If you see it in person, it's like 22 feet.
It's a 22-foot statue made out of brass, and it has like these pipes in it, so it's supposed to help it withstand any typhoons. And there's a new base, and it's supposed to put like plaques around it. So yeah, if I ever had a chance to go to Two Lovers Point and see the statue, it's really great.
Okay, and turning to you, Joan.
How do you follow up that story? Well, just to give people a heads up of what to expect in the mix next week, the Guam Unique Merchandise and Art Program, also known as GUMA, along with Serena Sol Guam, which is a local business that we featured several months ago on In the Mix. They're actually going to be expanding and opening up stalls at Chamorro Village. So the ribbon cutting ceremony is set for this week. So make sure to tune in to In the Mix on Thursday for more on that.
Okay, if you have a story you want us to cover, you can email us at reporters@kuam.com. You can also Facebook message us, and we'll get right back to you. More when Weekend Edition returns.